So I'm going to do some playthrough slash, quest guides to show, how to get through the Knights of the Nine expansion. I'm just going to make videos going from quest to quest and kind of walk you through it a little bit, showing you what I know. The first quest is the Pilgrimage, which once you have Knights of the Nine, which if you have the remastered Oblivion, you should already have Knights of the Nine, everything starts in Anvil. So you'll get a topic when you talk to an NPC.
Something I can help you with?
And it'll be Prophet.
Sure. Go down to the chapel and you can't miss him. He'll be the one outside ranting at passers-by. Goodbye.
And also, when you do this pilgrimage, I'll kind of explain. A lot of people rather do this after they've completed Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood because those give you infamy. And once you start the pilgrimage to the shrines of the divines, once you've completed the pilgrimage, your infamy will go back to 0. But if your infamy is above 1, and it goes to 2 or higher, basically, you can't wear the relics of the Crusader, which you'll see in like later videos. But this is a good way to get rid of your infamy if you've done anything like that. If you've broken the law, or stolen anything, or like I mentioned, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, you'll get infamy. And you'll have to complete the pilgrimage. So we're going to go over here, and there's going to be there's been an attack on the Temple of Dibella here in Anvil.
Please help.
This is
And
our future. Evil has returned, and the Nine.
here's the Prophet.
Oh my! To what do I owe this honor? I am but a humble prophet. What business do you have with me?
And you'll ask him about the Anvil Chapel attack.
This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned, as foretold by Pelinal Whitestrake in his dying breath.
And we can ask, who is Pelinal Whitestrake?
Does no one remember the old tales? Saint Pelinal, the divine crusader of legend, Alicia's companion when she overthrew the rule of the Aelids 3,000 years ago. Pelinal, with the aid of the gods, fought the Aelid sorcerer King Umaril and slew him. But Umaril's spirit survived, and he has now returned.
Okay. And then if you want, we're going to ask Umaril. Who's that?
Umaril the Unfeathered, the sorcerer king of the Aelids, who ruled over this land for long ages before the rise of men. He was cast down by Pelinal Whitestrake, but Umaril's spirit survived, and now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods.
Okay. Just tell me who attacked the temple, or the chapel.
Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot. As uibala, umarale el nada rakuva. In the Aeliad tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. A curse upon Umaril's ancient foes, and a threat.
So how do we stop Umaril?
Alas, Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusaders' relics. Without a champion, the gods are powerless to act. But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusader's weaponry?
I will quest for the relics.
You would quest for the holy panoply of Pelinal White Streak! The legendary relics that have been sought by mighty warriors throughout the ages? Are you a worthy knight?
You can say, yes, I'm a worthy knight. Yes, I'm a hero of Kvatch. No, I have no claim to fame. So, if you say anything but no, he will not see you as humble, I guess. So if you say, yes, I'm a worthy knight, or yes, I'm hero of Kvatch, say, I have no claim to fame.
A humble heart is a good starting point. The gods will decide if you are worthy to seek the relics.
How can I find the relics?
The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wish to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the way shrines of the 9 divines, pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings.
All right.
May the 8 and 1 guide your steps.
So, he's going to give you this map. And so, this is where the shrines are. But I'm going to find a better map, because there's a lot better map. And I'm pretty sure the Shrine of Zenithar is not even where this map says. But there are more shrines to the different divines, to each one of the divines. There's more than one. So I'm gonna get a better map, and I'll put it in the description. That way you guys can look at it. But I'm just gonna kind of go from each one and just kind of show you what you need to do. But you need to go to each one of the divines and pray at each one of the shrines before you're able to even begin the Knights of the Nine. Well, this is the beginning of the Knights of the Nine. And this is the pilgrimage that you need to take to get rid of your infamy, whether you're doing Knights of the Nine or not.
Hear me! Oh!
So here I am outside of Anvil. I kind of stopped the recording for a second, but there's supposed to be a shrine to Mara right here. And I usually start in this area because there's a few shrines around Anvil that we can start. You can always make a list of which divines you've prayed at, and then just kind of cross them out as you go, unless you can remember them. And I'm pretty sure they might go inside your journal. But anyway, there's a shrine to Mara right around here. But if you get farther into the main game, it gets destroyed, as you can see. So there's an Oblivion Gate and Daedra everywhere, so we can't go to that one. And I'll kind of go to the next shrine and start the recording then so you can see it. And I'm just going to go to different shrines, show you where they are on the map, and then you can just kind of follow along that way. So here I am at the first way shrine. It's right around here where I got it marked on the map. And you can pause the video to kind of mark it on your own map so you can see. This is the way shrine, one of the way shrines of Akatosh. So we're going to start. This is what it'll look like. It'll have like these pillars around it, and then it'll have like this altar in the middle. And all you do is activate it. Honor the Nine and do your duty. Pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. So, okay, so it looks like it, yep, it records each one that you have in your, journal. So, that's the first one, if you didn't see it, right here. This is Akatosh. and I'm gonna go to the next one and start the video up when I get there. So I'm at the next shrine. This is the Shrine of Zenithar. All you gotta really do is go to this Gate of Oblivion, or like the entrance to Kvatch, and go west, and it'll be right here. This will be what looks like pretty similar to the other ones, and then you just pray to it. It'll record in your journal. So once again, it's right here. If you need to pause the video and look, so you can mark it on your map. It's the Shrine of Zenithar. And I'll start the recording up when we get to the next one. So we're at the next way shrine, which is around here. And it's near Skingrad. And here's the Shrine of Meridia, if you've already got that. And then you can just go southwest. And this is the Shrine of Talos. Or some of the maps will say Tiber Septim. Talos, Tiber Septim, you know. So you need to pause the video for a second and get this spot on your map. And then we're gonna pray. And now we have the Shrine of Talos. So I'm gonna move on to the next one, and we're just gonna keep going like this, and I'll give you time to pause the video and mark your map so that you can follow along. Okay, we're back, and we are at the next way shrine. This is the way shrine of RK. And like I said before, I'll put the map that I'm using in the description, because there's multiple places you could find these different way shrines to the divines. But I'm just kind of going the ones that are closest to me. But you can of course go in any order you want, as long as you get to each one time. So here we are. This is RK if you need to pause it. And it'll look like this. Alright. So far we have... I'm sure we only have a few. Akatosh, Zenithar, Talos, and RK. So there's 9 of them we have to hit. So I'll start the recording when we are at the next one. So here we are at the next one. This is the way shrine to Mara. It's like right below the S of Skingrad, and east of Meridia Shrine. And then here's the Cursed Mine, so if you need that kind of area. And here's a second to pause if you want to find it on your map. And then this is what it'll look like. Okay, so we should only have 4 more. So I will start the recording when I'm at the next one. At the next way shrine, this is the way shrine of Dibella. It's right around here. Here's the Waning Priory, it's south of that. And then here's the Coral Oblivion Gate. And I'll give you a second to pause and get it on your map. And then of course this is what it looks like. Okay, we only got Julianos, Kinnereth, and Stendar So I will start the recording when I'm at the next one. Okay, so this is where the next one is. This is the Way Shrine of Julianos. It's like on the A of Imperial, and then there's this place called Weatherlay. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Then here's Hack Dirt, if you've done that quest. So I'll give you a second. Pause the video and get the spot. And like I said, this is the Shrine of Julianos. Alright, we only have 2 more, and they're not too far away. So I'll start the recording when I'm at the next one. So I'm at the next Way Shrine. This is the Way Shrine to Kinnereth. And I found out that I had already prayed at a Way Shrine to Stendar. So it will go into the cutscene of Pelennor Whitestrake. So I'm not going to activate it yet, but I will show you where it's at right here because it's so close to Julianos' shrine. And then it'll look like this, and this is the Way Shrine to Kinnereth. I'll obviously have to come back, but I will show you where Stendar is, and there's a lady getting attacked by a mountain lion. So I will show you where Stendar is, and that should be the last one you need. Alright, so this is where the Way Shrine for Stendar is. The other one I was going to go to was way over here, but it's just too much mountains, just a pain in the ass, so it's easier just to go around here, because here's the Imperial Prison where you come out of, which everybody should have. And so this is where Stendar's Way Shrine is. And once you activate it, it should start your cutscene when Pelennor Whitestrake, which I'm going to have to go back to Kinnereth, but this should be the last one for whoever's following along. So I'll stop for a second. And then here's the Way Shrine. It'll look like this. So there's Stendar. So I'm going to head back to Kinnereth so that I could complete it for myself, and then we will go into the cutscene of Pelennor Whitestrake. So here I am at the last Way Shrine for me. I kind of went through and showed you guys where everything is. But once you activate your last Way Shrine, which should have been Stendar if you guys were following along, mine has Kinnereth because I didn't even know I had prayed at a Way Shrine to Stendar. But anyway, so you'll activate your last Way Shrine. Rejoice, you've completed the pilgrimage of the 9 Way Shrines and gained the new power of Pilgrim's Grace. So once you finish all the Way Shrines, your infamy should be gone if that's what your goal is for this. But you have to complete them anyway if you want to do Knights of the Nine, so most of the time I usually complete like the Dark Brotherhood and then the Thieves Guild, and then I will do the pilgrimage to get rid of my infamy, which you don't have to do it that way, but in order to wear any of the Crusaders items, you have to have no infamy. So confirm. And after this, it should take you to a scene with Pelennor Whitestrake. Completed my pilgrimage to the Way Shrine of the Divines. I should pray and wait for a vision to guide me on my quest for the Crusaders' relics.
Hail, knight! You seek my relics with a worthy heart. Your prayers have woken me from my endless dream. Or perhaps you have entered my dream and
and I still sleep. I think others have sometimes spoken to me. Others like you, but my memory is doubtful. Perhaps the others came after you. Your need must be great for the gods to allow us to speak. Has Umaril the Accursed found a way back? The foulest of a foul race. 1,000 curses upon his unholy name. I thought I'd won, but I should have known. The slave masters are a cunning breed. Umaril found a way to cheat death as I could not. If you would seek for my relics, I know little that can help you. All that has passed since my death is like mist that my mind cannot take hold of. My friends built a shrine upon the site of my death, where the elves tormented me in a final act of revenge. I can show you where it once stood. Perhaps it is there still. Fare thee well, Sir Knight. May the gods grant you to destroy Umaril utterly, as I failed to do.
Okay, so that would be the end of the pilgrimage, and this will take you into the next quest, which I will do a video on next. I'm just going to kind of go through as like a walkthrough, guide, playthrough, you know, so you guys kind of get the idea of what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, it's not too hard to do, but it's nice to be able to know where these way shrines are. And upon completing my pilgrimage to the way shrines, I received a vision from the Divine Crusader, Pelennor Whitestrake. He revealed the location of his lost shrine, which is where I should begin my quest for the relics of the Crusader. So, I'll kind of open the map, and here's the quest marker. I will put a better map in the description of this video so you can follow along. It's a lot better. The map they give you in the game, it kind of sucks. It's really not that reliable. And there's more than one of each way shrine for each one of the divines, or the gods. So there should be at least 3 for each one of these deities. But this map's not very reliable. You can use it, but yeah, it's not the best. So I'll put one in the description so you can follow along. I hope this video helped, because this pilgrimage part can be annoying. And if you're just here to get rid of your infamy, or you're here to start Knights of the Nine, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm going to continue along the Knights of the Nine quest line, and this was just the first quest. So I wanted to throw in something that I found. I actually looked it up because I was interested. After you have Pelennal's vision and start the quest, that's when the game will decide whether you will receive light or heavy armor for the Crusader's relics. So if your light armor is higher than your heavy armor, you're going to get the light armor version of the Crusader's relics. But If your heavy armor is higher than your light armor, then you get heavy armor, of course. But if, well, I found out too that if your light armor and heavy armor are the same, they will just give you the heavy armor version. So just keep that in mind when you start getting the Crusader's relics. I know it's just the beginning of this quest, like the very start, but I wanted to throw that in as a side note because I thought that was a little interesting, and just in case you're wanting you know, heavier light armor version of the Crusader's relics. So I wanted to throw that in there, a little bit of information. I'll be coming out with my next quest guide, where we'll be going here to Pelinal's, I guess this is where he was buried, I guess. But that's it. I'll see you in the next one.